Okay, so let us start today's discussion on Sri Isopanishad Mantra 6. Okay, so yastu sarvani bhutani atmani evanupasyati sarvabhutesu chatmanam tato na bijugupsate. Okay, so this is the mantra 6 of Sri Isopanishad. Okay, so it says, translation goes like this: a person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything nor any being. It's a very, very important verse. Okay, so very, very important verse. Just ponder on the meaning for some seconds, then we'll discuss over this. Okay, so now let us discuss this. Okay, so a person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything nor any being. Okay, so this is an example of a Mahabhagavata. Okay, a Mahabhagavata. Mahabhagavata means a great personality. Okay, who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, everything. Like, see, for example, uh, like, uh, like, like here in this material world, there are some living entities, and there are some non-living entities. Okay, so now, now a person, a, a great personality means a devotee of Lord Krishna. Okay, he sees Krishna within everyone. He sees Krishna within every living entity. Okay, he knows that Krishna is present in every living entity. God is present in every living entity, and even in non-living entities. So how can a person see the non-living entities in the relation to the Supreme Lord? Okay, so he can see because Krishna says that these are my energies. What are his energies? Water. Everything is made up of these elements: water, air, fire, ether, and earth. The non-living entities are made up of these five items. Okay, what are these earth, water, air, fire, ether. Okay, so these are the energies of Lord Krishna that is described in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says that these are my energies, energies of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says the earth, water, air, fire, ether, okay, all these are my energies, my separated energies, or you can say these are the separated energies or material energies of Lord. Okay, I mean the uh, okay, but at the same time we are also now the living entities. Krishna says are parts and parcels of Lord, parts and parcels of Lord Krishna. Okay, so you see how we can link each one to Supreme Lord, because our world consists of some living entities and some non-living entities. Now the living entities, they can be linked to Lord Krishna because they are all parts and parcels of Lord Krishna, one thing. And another thing is that Lord Krishna resides in each one as Paramatma. In his Paramatma feature, in his Paramatma feature, Lord Krishna resides in each one. In that way also we can link the living entities to the Supreme Lord. And even in the non-living entities, we can, Lord Krishna says that in Bhagavad Gita, that I am the taste of water. Then you can link, I am the taste of water. In that way, you can link to the Supreme Lord. Then he says, I am the heat of the fire. Heat of the fire. The fire has got heat, but that heat is Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna says, I am the heat of the fire. I am the taste of the water. Okay. Then he says also, I am the strength of the strong. Strength of the strong. Because everything comes from Lord. I am the, he says again, I am the intelligence of the intelligent people. Intelligence of the intelligent people. Okay, so everything you can link it to Lord Krishna. Okay, so now he says, now this says that there are three stages of realizing the presence of the Supreme Lord. The Kanishtha Adhikari, I mean, there are three stages of devotees. Okay, the three categories of devotees. The first one is the, say, Kanishtha Adhikari. Kanishtha Adhikari. Okay, so he is in the lowest stage of realization. See, now the devotees are in different stages of realization of the Lord. So he goes to one place of worship, such as a temple, church, or mosque, in terms of his particular type of religious faith, and worships they are in terms of the scriptural injunctions. Okay, so such devotees think that the Lord is there at the place of worship and nowhere else. So the the devotees who are at this, I mean, not so much advanced, not so much advanced stage of realization, of Lord, they go to temple, mosque, church, and the place where God, they think that God resides in only those places. So they go to temple and to see Lord, and to they go to church according to their different religious faiths. They believe that God exists only in those places. Okay, that is the lowest stage of realization. Okay, so such devotees cannot recognize who is in what position in the devotional line or in terms of realization of the Supreme Lord. They follow the routine formulas and sometimes quarrel among themselves, estimating one particular type of worship better than another. Okay, they follow some routine formulas. They go to temple. Okay, they follow some routine formulas. Okay, in this way, they have that realization of the Supreme Lord. Okay, they are in the lowest stage of devotion, are called materialistic devotees. Okay, they are also called as materialistic devotees. Materialistic devotees means they have not yet conquered the materialistic tendencies so much. Okay, that they are trying to transcend the material boundary to reach the spiritual plane. Okay, that is the first stage. Now, above that stage is the another stage known as Madhyam Adhikari. Okay, after this, there is another stage where the second stage where you find Madhyam Adhikari. Madhyam Adhikari. They are little bit more advanced in the self-realization or in God realization, okay, compared to the Kanistha Adhikari. Okay, they're a little bit more advanced in realization. So they're in the intermediate stage of devotional service. Okay, they observe four principles in relation to the Supreme Lord, which are as follows. They see first of all the Supreme Lord. They see next the devotees of the Lord. They see also the innocent who have no knowledge about God. And at last they see the atheists who have no faith in the Lord and who hate those in the devotional line. So they distinguish. Okay, they have a capacity to distinguish between different uh, paraphernalia or different uh, you can say point of views in relation to the Supreme Lord. Like they distinguish, they know, they see, they know the Supreme Lord. They see first of all the Supreme Lord. Okay, then they see next the devotees of the Lord. They know that those there are people who have no knowledge about God, and then there are people who have no faith in the Lord, and who hate those in the devotional line. Okay, they behave differently toward the different above mentioned four principles. Okay, he adores the Lord. Now he likes Lord, he loves the Lord, considering him the object of love, and he makes friendship with those who are in the devotional line. He tries to awaken the dormant love of Godhead in the hearts of the innocent people, but he does not approach the atheists who deride at the very name of the Lord. Okay, generally, these Madhyam Adhikari devotees, okay, so they make friendship with devotees only. They do not approach the non-devotees. Okay, they distinguish between the people who are devotees and who are not, between the people who have faith and who have not. So they try to mingle only with those who have got some devotional attitude towards the Lord. Okay, they do not mingle so much. They try to spread the message of Lord, but they do not mingle with the atheist people who have no faith in the Lord. Now, that they are in the intermediate stage of realization of the Lord. Now, above the Madhyam Adhikari, you have Uttam Adhikari, devotee. Okay, next, the third stage in realization, okay, who are very much advanced, they are called as Uttam Adhikari. Okay, Uttam Adhikari. So, how Uttam Adhikaris are different? They see everything in relation to the Supreme Lord. Okay, atheists, theists, people who have faith, people who have no faith, everything is related to the Supreme Law. The things, water, air, fire, ether, all the sun, moon, okay, trees, living entities, animals, dogs, cats, everything they see in relation to the Supreme Law. Okay, they do not make any particular discrimination between the atheist and theist, but sees in every one of them the part and parcel of God. He knows that there is no difference between a vastly learned Brahmana and a dog in the street, because both of them are of the Lord, though in different embodiments due to the different qualities of material action. The Brahmana particle of the Supreme Lord has not misused the little independence given by him by the Lord, but the dog particle has misused his independence, and thus he has been punished by the law of nature, being encased in the ignorant form of a dog. Now, here is a very important uh, description about the nature of result and the work and the result. Now, the Brahmana, like the Brahmin of the human form, okay, he has not, like we have got some independence. Okay, we have got little independence. We have got little independence. Okay, now, like for example, now I have told you to be present here, but now see, only two of you have been present. Okay, but others, they have not, they're not attending. They maybe have some other work, I'm not sure, but you have decided to attend this class. So you have not, you have got independent. You are free to choose to attend this class or not. Similarly, you are free to choose to go somewhere else in spite of COVID or not. But you are trying not to misuse your independence. See, people, if they misuse the independence and they will go on roaming in the streets, not caring for COVID or Corona, then what will happen? They will end up in some hospital or something affected by COVID. That is called as not misusing your independence. Similarly, when you are asked to attend Bhagavad Gita class or anything, you should try to attend it. Then you are not misusing your independence. Okay, so a Brahmin or any good human being has not misused his independence. Therefore, he will get a good result or good bodies in future. But a dog has got a ignorant body. He cannot do anything with the body of a dog apart from eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. There is no much thing he can do with the body of a dog. But a human being can also become a dog, because he will, now the human beings, in the there's a description in Bhagavad Gita that human beings can fall into the life of a dog, they can in the next life they can become also dog if they do not they misuse their independence, if they do not behave properly, they do not cultivate spiritual knowledge, they do uh, unwanted activities, then they will fall into the life of a dog. They may, in the later life and body after death, they will get that body of a dog. That is very, I mean, very useless or very bad use of the human form of life. Okay, so that is being told here. So we should not try to misuse the independence given to us, and we should use this independence to cultivate the spiritual knowledge. If we are not doing that, then we may do other activities, whatever activities or work we should do. Apart from that, we should also cultivate the spiritual knowledge. If we are not doing that, then we are inviting bad results or bad karma for us. Okay, those who imitate an Uttam Adhikari in terms of the sense of oneness or fellowship, but who behave in terms of bodily relationships, are false philanthropists. Therefore, the concept of universal brotherhood must be learned from the Uttam Adhikari, devotee of the Lord, and not from a foolish person who has no proper vision of the individual soul and of the super soul, the plenary expansion of the Supreme Soul, Lord, which dwells everywhere. Okay, there are philanthropists who open up hospitals, who open up schools, colleges, churches, all those things, but who do not understand about God, who do not understand about soul. None, okay, so they are called as false philanthropists. Okay, but a Uttam Adhikari is one who is a pure devotee of Lord in terms of advanced self-realization, advanced God realization, who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord. So, in this mantra of Sri Isopanishad, it is clearly mentioned that one should observe or see. That this means one must follow the previous Acharya, the perfected teacher. Anupasyati is the exact Sanskrit word used in this connection. Anu means by following and pasyati means to observe. One should not try to see things as it does with the naked eye. The naked eye cannot see anything properly due to its material defectiveness. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord Himself. This truth is coming in disciplic succession from the Lord to Brahma, and from Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyasa, and from Vyasa to many of his disciples. See, here it is talking about a very important thing. See, that is that we are born with defective senses. Our senses are not perfect. I mean, they are limited. Okay, our eyes, our ears, our nose, our skin, our tongue. Okay, all these are limited. In that, we cannot see beyond a certain point, we cannot hear beyond a certain point, we cannot smell, we cannot feel, we cannot taste, okay, beyond a certain limit. So, our senses are not perfect. So, with our limited senses, we cannot we cannot see things properly. So what we need to do, we need to get to understand this from this Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord. So we need to gain this knowledge from this Veda or Upanishad like Sri Isopanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these type of scriptures, they give us better understanding. They give us more elaborate knowledge. Okay, we should take the knowledge from the sources. Otherwise, with our own senses, we cannot try to um, understand the unlimitedness about God. And because Lord Himself has spoken to Brahma, Brahma is spoken to Narada. I have personally, I have heard from my Guru, and same thing I am transferring it to you. Okay, the same knowledge that I have got, I am transferring it to you. So this is the chain of disciplic succession. I am receiving it from my Guru has received from his Guru has received from his Guru. In that way, goes up to Brahma and to Lord Krishna. Okay, so in this way, the knowledge is coming, and this is the perfect knowledge that is got through hearing from the mouth of a bona fide spiritual master. Okay, so at present, there are many commentaries on the revealed scriptures, but most of them are not in the line of Srila Vyasadeva, who originally taught the Vedic wisdom. Why? Because lot of people are writing the commentaries about the authorized books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. Like if you see Bhagavad Gita, there are several translations, several works on Bhagavad Gita, several works on written by different authors. Okay, but they are not all leading to the right path. They are not all telling what Lord Krishna has spoken exactly. But our Gurudev, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, who has founded ISKCON, okay, he has written a Bhagavad Gita as it is, okay, which is the exact, which gives us the exact message what Lord Krishna has imparted to Arjuna. Okay, so but there are many authors of Bhagavad Gita who try to mislead the people by not presenting what, because they are not devotees of Lord Krishna. They do not understand whatever they understand through their limited mind and senses. They try to speak those things, which does not impact the people so much. Okay, they do not give correct commentary. Only only the devotees of Lord Krishna who are in line in the disciplic chain, they only can impart the real knowledge. Okay, but any other commentary, if you hear, if you see in the net also, there are so many commentaries, so many what articles, so many videos on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, but not all of them are genuine. Okay, not all of them, they impart the same message as Lord Krishna has imparted to Arjuna. And if you hear them or listen to them, then you will be going on a wrong path, a misleading path, because they will also fall into a ditch, and their followers who are following them will also fall into a ditch. There will be no gain in that. Therefore, you should follow someone who is who has received from the chain of disciplic success. Okay, who is authorized in that way. There is a complete symmetrical agreement between the Upanishads, Vedanta, the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, no one should try to reach any conclusion about the Vedas without being instructed by members of the line of Vyasadeva. Okay, those who are on the line of Vyasadeva, okay, without being instructed, you should not comment or write anything or hear anything from them. Okay. Only one who is already in the liberated status, according to the Bhagavad Gita, can become an Uttama Adhikari devotee and can see everyone or every living being as his own brother. Okay, only at the stage of Uttama Adhikari, at the advanced stage of realization, one can see everyone or every living being as his own brother, because everyone is a part and parcel of Lord Krishna. Okay, this cannot be seen by politicians who are always after some material gain. Imitation of this liberated status is to serve the outward body for fame or for some such reward, but is not service to the spirit soul. Such imitators have no information of the spiritual world. The Uttam Adhikari sees the spirit soul of an entity and serves him as spirit, which includes matter automatically. Okay. The Uttam Adhikari, or the person who is in the advanced stage of realization, okay, he sees that the soul present in everyone. He sees the spirit soul. He does not see the different bodies. We are varieties in having different bodies, but inside us the spirit soul is same. Okay, we are all having the same spirit soul. The outward covering is different. Okay, no one looks similar apart from some very special twins. No one has got the same type of body. Everyone's body is different from another, but the soul within each one is same, which is a part of parcel of Supreme Lord Krishna. That is the vision of Uttam Adhikari. Okay, any doubt or any clarifications?
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll go to mantra 7. This is also a very important verse in continuation with the previous verse. It it says, यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैवाभूत बीजानतः तत्र को मोहो क शोक एकत्वम अनुपश्यतः. Okay, the translation goes like this: one who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks in quality one with the Lord becomes a true knower of things. What is there as illusion or anxiety for him? Okay, so this means what? Can you read this and let me know? What do you understand from this? One who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks in quality, one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What do you understand from this?
Sir, that someone who always sees all living beings as spiritual beings or soul in with the quality as of the Lord
Hmm.
sees the true knowledge.
Yes, that's true. Thank you. Thank you. So that is correct. But the thing is that the realization is important. Just by understanding is also good, but actually it should be realized. Then it will have that potential. Okay, once it is realized, then it will have that potent effect. but by just merely understanding it is not will not is good, but will not give so much effect. So except for the two more advanced devotees described above, no one can correctly see the spiritual position of a living being. The living entities are qualitatively one with the Supreme Lord, as the sparks of a fire are qualitatively one with the nature of the fire. See, the spark of a fire, the spark of a fire. See, you have a fire, something going. Okay, now there is a spark of the fire. Fire is emitting from here, here, here. Okay, now these sparks of a fire, they are quality wise, they are same as this fire. Okay, quality wise it is same, but the quantity wise it is not same. Quality wise it will burn little bit. This fire will burn a great deal, and the spark will this burn a little bit. That has the same quality, but the quantity wise it is different. Similarly, we are spiritual sparks of the Supreme Lord. Okay, the sparks we our Lord can perform. That means we are spiritual sparks. We all are spiritual sparks, just like fire sparks. Similarly, we are all spiritual sparks of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Okay, so now, being the spiritual spark, Lord Krishna performs activities. Okay, he can perform activities in a magnificent way, in a wonderful way. You must have seen, like Lord Krishna has lifted Govardhan hill in one hand. He has killed so many demons while he was a child. Okay, can you specify some magnificent activities that Lord Krishna has performed? Maybe one or two?
So the Kalia Nag killing.
Yes, the subduing the Kaliya serpent. Very good. Okay. Similarly, there are enormous and Lord Krishna activities or pastimes are uncountable. Are uncountable. He's always performing some activity, uncountable activities being performed by Lord. And his activities are very magnificent and wonderful. And similarly, we are also spiritual spark of Supreme Lord. So we can also perform some work, but our work is not that much having potent as that of, I mean, the Supreme Lord, like the fire and the firework. Fire can burn a whole building, but the fire spark, it can have a damage to some grass or some little cloth maybe. Okay. Similarly, Lord Krishna and we. Okay. So in that way, we are different. So, uh, but sparks are not fire as far as quantity is concerned. The quantity of heat and light present in the fire is not equal to the quantity of heat and light in the sparks. The Mahabhagavata, the great devotee, sees oneness in the sense that everything is the energy of the Supreme Lord. See, now we are also energy of Supreme Lord. Okay, there are like, see, Lord is here, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is here. Then Like we are called as jiva or living entities, separated living entities. Okay, we are separated living entities. Now, he has got also other energies. Okay, and Lord Krishna has other personal expansions also. Personal expansions like Lord Balaram. They are also like Lord Balaram, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Okay, Lord Vishnu, then Lord Rama, Lord Narasimha, Lord Varaha. All these are fall under the category of God. Okay, they fall under the category of God. But Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, supreme personality of Godhead. Then Lord Krishna has got another type of energy called as Devatas and Devi. Devatas and Devis. Okay, they are like we call the demigods. But they can also be categorized in the form of jivas. Then there are other energies, a lower form of energies. Lower form of energies like we have discussed, earth, water, fire, ether, sky. Okay, so we are also energies, but we are little higher form of energy than these inert energies. Okay, so okay, so uh, without heat and light, there is no meaning of fire, and yet heat and light from the analytical point of view are different from fire. But in synthesis, heat, light, and fire are all the same one. See, fire produces heat and light. Heat and light are the energies of fire. Similarly, Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and we are the energies of Lord Krishna. We are also energy. Okay, just like heat and light are the energies of fire, similarly, we are the uh, energies. So here he is saying without heat and light, there is no meaning of fire. Means that Lord Krishna, uh, we have a relation with the Lord. We all have some relationship with the Lord. Okay, you can say like without a devotee, how can Lord exist? I mean, Lord exists because there is some devotees who say, "You are my Lord." Okay, in this way, there is energetic. That means there are some energies also. Energetic. Lord Krishna is called as energetic. Lord Krishna is energetic. We are his different energies. We are not energetic. We are working as the energetic wants us to work. Okay, we are only energy, just like in the battlefield of Mahabharata, Kurukshetra. Okay, in the Kurukshetra war, Lord Krishna, you may have heard this incident. Arjuna took a vow that when his son was killed, Lord Arjuna's son Abhimanyu was killed in a very but in a treacherous way. in the battlefield, surrounded by so many army generals. Okay, so Arjuna, when he knew, so he took a vow that he will kill the next day a person known as, I think, can you name that person? Anyone knows? I have forgot, but he told that he will kill that person, or he will before the onset of the evening, or else he will sacrifice himself in fire. Then Lord Krishna, what he did, he told the sun to go beyond the clouds. And sun, he obeyed Lord Krishna and he went behind the clouds for some time. And during that time, okay, that person, I forgot his name, he came out of that his hiding place, and then when again Lord Krishna asked, told sun to come out, then Arjuna shot his arrow at that man and killed him. This is how Lord Krishna is directing everyone. He is the energetic. He is the supreme director of all the happenings. Okay. So, energy and the energetic, the sense of oneness. Okay. So the Sanskrit words found here, ekatvam anupasyata, mean to see the unity of the living entities from the viewpoint of the revealed scriptures. Every individual spark of the supreme whole has almost 80% of the known qualities of the whole. Okay, but they are not as good as the supreme Lord. These qualities are present in just minute quantities, as the living entity is but a minute part and parcel of the supreme whole. This is like the drop of water and the ocean. We are all drops of water, and supreme Lord is like the ocean of ocean. Okay, we cannot understand the supreme Lord by our own eyes, ears. Okay, we can understand, but we can understand the supreme Lord not by our own means. Okay, we can understand. Lord Krishna can be understood. How? If we submissively hear from, submissively hear about him from a bona fide guru, or we read the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, how Lord Krishna wants us to. But it is little bit difficult, so we should always try to submissively hear from a guru who has known the things and who has heard it from his guru. Then Lord Krishna will be understood. Otherwise, it is very difficult for a person to understand the unlimited God through his limited senses. Okay, so because we are just drop of water, and Lord Krishna is just like ocean. Okay, how can a drop of water, okay, understand the properties of an ocean, understand about ocean? It is not possible unless he hears it submissively from an authoritative source. Okay, quality of the salt present in the drop is equal in quality in chemical composition with that present in the ocean. Okay, even though, but in quantity wise, it is not same. So if the individual living being were equal both in quality and in quantity, then there would be no question of the living entities being submerged by the influence of material energy. If we have that much quantity, as that of Supreme Lord, then we could not have been submerged by the influence of the material energy. Rather, we would be controlling the material energy, not otherwise. But in actuality, we are under the influence of the material energy. But the pure devotees, they can also, by the devotion to Lord Krishna, they can also go beyond the influence of material energy. That is a different aspect. Okay, so it has already been discussed in previous mantras that no living being, even the powerful demigods, can surpass the supreme being in any respect. Therefore, ekatvam does not mean that a living being is equal in all respects with the supreme Lord. It means, in a broader sense, that there is one interest, just as in a family, the interest of all the members is one. Okay, in a nation, although different individual citizens are there, the national interest is one. Therefore, the living entities, being parts and parcels of the same supreme family, the interest of the supreme being and that of the parts and parcels is not different. Every living being is the son of the supreme being, and it is as it is said, like we say this thing, uh, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Vasudeva Kutumbakam. That means whole world of is one family of Lord Krishna. Vasudeva means Lord Krishna. Okay, the whole world or universe, you can say, is one family of Lord Krishna because we all are related to the Supreme Lord. We are not independent. We have no individual existence. We all are related to Lord Krishna. Okay, so we have a direct relationship with Lord Krishna. Okay, that is a good thing to know. Okay, so therefore, the living entities being parts and parcels of the same supreme family, the interest of the supreme being and that of the parts and parcels is not different. Just like in a family, the interest of each member is same. Similarly, if you in a broader sense, you can say the interest of all the people and the Supreme Lord is also not different. Same, because all belong to one family. After all, every living being is the son of the Supreme Being. It is as it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, all living creatures, including birds, reptiles, ants, aquatics, trees, and so on, all over the universe, are all emanations from the marginal potency of the Supreme Law. There is a different potency known as marginal potency of the Supreme Lord. And therefore, all of them belong to the same family of the Supreme Being. There is no class of interest in spiritual life. The spiritual entities are meant for enjoyment. By nature, by constitution, every living being, both the Supreme Lord and each different part and parcel, is meant for enjoyment eternally. The living beings who are encased in the material tabernacle are also seeking enjoyment always, but they are seeking their enjoyment on a platform which is not meant for them. Okay, see, a very important concept spoken here, that everyone is looking for some type of enjoyment. Even Supreme Lord is seeking enjoyment. Even all the living entities, we are also seeking some type of enjoyment. But we are seeking enjoyment in a wrong place. In a wrong place. How? See, for example, we are seeking enjoyment in a bodily platform. That is wrong. That is wrong. See, some people are listening to music. The what happens? He gains temporary happiness, but eventually what happens? There is a loss of time, loss of energy, and by listening to ordinary music, there is no result after all. He does not get any spiritual benefit, neither material benefit, no spiritual benefit. Okay, just on the bodily platform, he gets some type of enjoyment, but that is what it is saying. It is living entities are seeking in a wrong place. But if he listens to kirtan or lectures on Lord Krishna, then what happens? He he is seeking enjoyment on a spiritual platform, on a soul platform. That is actual enjoyment. Okay, so aside from this material world, there is a spiritual platform where the Supreme Being is enjoying with his innumerable associates. Okay, and there is a spiritual world we have discussed in the last classes, the spiritual world and material world. In the spiritual world, God resides, Lord Krishna resides with his other associates or devotees, okay, without any trace of material qualities. There is no material quality in there. In the spiritual world, there is no material quality. Okay, that's why there is called nirguna. There is no class of enjoyment. Like, for example, here, see, here in the material world, if somebody gets something, then other people they envy, they feel jealous. It is natural to feel envy, to feel jealous. It is natural. They become enemies, they become friends based on the bodily platform. Okay, so and even they have to struggle a lot to get something, and after they get, there is envy from those who could not get, there is jealousy from those who could not get. Okay, so in the material world that is there, but these are not present in the spiritual world. There is no struggle to get, there is no envy, no jealousy, no enemy, nothing. Okay, here in the material world, there is always a class between different individual beings. There is a competition. Okay, because here the center of enjoyment is missed. The center of enjoyment is the Supreme Lord, who is the center of the sublime and spiritual rasa dance. Okay, we are all meant for joining Him and for enjoying life with one transcendental interest and without any class. That is the high platform of spiritual interest. And as soon as such a perfect form of oneness is realized, there can be no question of illusion or lamentation. So, therefore, whatever enjoyment we seek, even in this material world, we must seek it with the association of Supreme Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna should be the center of our enjoyment. Then our life will be perfect. Okay. Maya or illusion means a godless civilization, the result of which is lamentation. Here, everyone is lamenting for something. The material world means, okay, the material world means full of lamentations. Everyone, you go to the street, you go anywhere, everyone is lamenting for something or other. There is no one who is without lamentation, who is without any sorrow. Everyone is lamenting for something or the other. That is, the godless civilization sponsored by the modern politicians is always full of anxiety. And that is the law of nature. No one can surpass this law, as is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, the modern politicians, what do? They go for votes, they seek votes from people, okay, and there is a fight in between, there is fighting, competition going on to secure high votes, and after they get votes, they struggle to be in the place, okay, they're always full of anxieties. Those who are in power, you see, they are never happy. Always they think that they may lose the power, they may lose their position, okay, they may lose the votes, they may lose this, that. Always they are in anxieties, full of anxieties. That is the law of nature. This is the law of nature. This is an imposition by the law of nature to make people full of anxiety. Okay, but how can one surpass this law? If only he takes the shelter of Lord Krishna. He cannot surpass this law unless he surrenders to Lord Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that one can surpass the laws of nature if he just surrenders or takes shelter of me. Unless one takes shelter of Lord Krishna, it's difficult to surpass the laws of nature. Very tight. Okay. So only those who surrender at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord can overcome the stringent laws of nature. If therefore we wish to get rid of all sorts of illusion and anxiety and create unity of all diverse interests, okay, we must bring God into all our activities. Okay, so we must seek enjoyment along with Lord Krishna. Whatever enjoyment we are seeking, that should be along with the Lord Krishna. Okay, so the results of our activities must be used to serve the interest of the Lord and not for any other purpose. Because only by serving the interest of the Lord can we feel the Atma Bhuta interest mentioned here in Sri Isopanishad. This and the Brahma Bhuta interest mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita are one and the same thing. The Supreme Atma or soul is the Lord Himself, and the minute Atma is the living entity. The Supreme Atma or Paramatma alone maintains all the individual minute beings because the Supreme Lord wants to derive pleasure out of their affection. Okay, Supreme Lord is the maintainer of everyone. How can you know? Because you see, the ant, elephant, how they're getting so much of food. Elephant seeks some tons of food. Okay, ant seeks some food, different type of food. How they're getting foods every day? Because Lord Krishna is the supreme maintainer of everyone. Okay, He maintains all the individual minute beings because the Supreme Lord wants to derive pleasure out of their affection. So we should reciprocate with the Supreme Lord with affection, with gratitude. There should be affection and gratitude, affection and gratitude towards the Supreme Lord Krishna. Affection and gratitude. But what we are doing, we are going to temple, church, mosque, and we are seeking, God, give us more, give us more, give us this, give us that. We want this, we want that. That is not the real thing that should be asked. We should always feel gratitude. Yes, God, yes, Krishna, you have given me so much. Let me try to give something to you now. Let me work for you. Let me serve you. This should be the attitude. Okay. The change in the attitude is required. Okay. The change in the attitude or change. Instead of asking God, going to temple and asking, Lord, give me this, that, we should say, how can I serve you better and better? Okay. Then Lord will be happy, and if the children of the Father are obedient to his will, the Father extends himself by his children and maintains them in order to derive pleasure. If the children of the Father are obedient to his will, family affairs will run smoothly with one interest and a pleasing atmosphere. Exactly the same thing is transcendentally arranged in the Brahma or absolute family of the Param Brahma, the Supreme Spirit. Now, in a family, if the uh, son does not listen to what his father says or parents say, then there will be quarrel. The family affairs cannot run smoothly. Okay, similarly, this is also one family in which we have to understand what Lord wants and we have to become obedient to his uh, will so that the atmosphere, we develop a pleasing atmosphere. Okay, that is how it is arranged. The Param Brahma is as much a person as the individual entities are. Lord Krishna is a person, but he is the supreme person. Just like you are person, I am person, everyone is a person, like we are talking. Huh? So Supreme Lord Krishna is also a person. He is also as much a person as we are. So we are not impersonal, we are personal. Okay, but such transcendental personalities are full of transcendental bliss, knowledge, and life eternal. That is the real position of spiritual existence. Lord Krishna's body is made up of bliss, knowledge, and life eternal. Sat Chit Ananda. His body is not like that of us, made of bones, blood, mucus, etc. No. Lord Krishna's body is made up of bliss, knowledge, life. Okay. And that is the real position of spiritual existence. And as soon as one is fully cognizant of this transcendental position, he at once surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Being, Sri Krishna. Okay. One has to know his real position. That our position is like that of a spark. Okay, a spark compared to fire. So we must surrender unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Being, Sri Krishna. That is the actual position, real position that we should develop. That we are minute parts and parcels of Supreme Lord Krishna. And we should surrender unto Him. So that is not possible in normal scenarios because we are under the influence of Maya or material energy, laws of nature. We feel very ashamed. We think ourselves great. we think that we are very great. We can do this, we can do that. We have mobile, we have laptop, we can do programming, we can do this. There are not so much things, but that is not the real position of spiritual existence. The real position is as described here, that we should know of our real position and then we should surrender. If we know, then naturally we will surrender unto the lotus feet of the Supreme Being, Sri Krishna. But such Mahatmas, great souls, are very rarely seen. That is what it is. It is, they are very rarely seen. Because such transcendental realization is achieved only after many, many births. It takes lot of millions of births to achieve such a position, in which one will think himself as a minute part and parcel of Lord Krishna and will be ready to surrender unto his lotus feet or surrender unto him. Okay, so this is achieved by after many, many births. After cultivation of spiritual knowledge in many, many births, one will gradually elevate himself to this position of surrendering unto Lord Krishna, because he will think that there is nothing, anything apart from Lord Krishna. Everything is in relation to Lord Krishna. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. Okay, everything Lord Krishna belongs to, everything belongs to Lord Krishna, and everything is nothing but Lord Krishna. Okay, once attained, however, there is no more illusion or distress, because, like as I have told in the previously, that whatever we see, Lord Krishna has said that yes, everything is my energy. Okay, Lord Krishna, everything is energy of Lord Krishna. Therefore, the water, air, fire, ether, nature, people, everything has got a relationship with Lord Krishna. Therefore, this realization is achieved after many, many births. Once attained, however, there is no more illusion or distress. Now, once he remembers Lord Krishna, then there will be no more illusion, because where you have sun, the darkness disappears. Darkness disappears. Similarly, where there is Lord Krishna, the illusion and everything, they also disappear. Okay. So, no more misery of the material existence, and then there is no birth and death as we experience in the present status of our life. That is the information we get from this mantra of Sri Isopanishad. Okay. So with this, let us stop here. Any doubts? Let me know. Any doubts or any clarifications regarding this? Otherwise, we will stop here. Okay. Any doubts? If no, we'll stop here then.